What is up, everyone? I am Arlundoe. Today I'm going to be breaking down my beat submission from Kenny Beats Beat Battle. I got first place. The guest judge was Zach Galifianakis. And Andy Malinakis. So the first thing was the sample chop that I used was literally played throughout the whole thing. I never dropped out anything.
I feel like you could have easily played that sample over it in a little sampler on top of a beat you already had.
It's the next day, but before I forget, I wanted to show that did not do that. January 25th is the file. Scroll down to January 25th. Jan 25th. Properties. Created Monday, January 25th, 3:32 p.m., which was actually after you gave out the sample. So I guess I'll take that as a compliment. And I'll show the chop. So the chop was this. Bum, bum. And then the next thing I did was I added some piano chords. And actually, this is a complete stock piano. You can get this piano for free. C minor 7 to D minor 7 to G minor 7 and A minor 7. So the A minor 7 is actually out of key, but that's okay because it's jazz and it works. Also, the biggest lesson I learned, don't overthink shit, but also don't underthink shit. So just think shit and things will happen when you think shit. And then I added drums. These are the drums that Kenny hates.
Not in a good way. It almost sounds like they're like vinyl drum samples that have a little noise in front and in back of them, so you're not getting the transient of the snare of the kick as much as I would want. Feels like you're hearing noise.
Actually vinyl drums. So you said there was vinyl sounds that you didn't like. Well, that's probably why, and I didn't take them out. So yeah, this is what they sound like. And then I just added a Rickenbacker that lines up with the kicks really nicely. I had the bass notes line up with all the kick notes, and there's some octave jumps and there's some chromatics leading into the next bass note. And then I just added an open hat, which is lined up with some of my kicks, and I feel like it gives it a nice punch right before the snare hits. Usually I go with pretty weird hat placements, but I honestly stayed pretty conservative on this one. And then I added a perk loop, which is very, very subtle in the background for some texture. It's panned all the way to the left, really subtle. And I think from there, I went to the bigger part, which has some melodies. It's just I put some plucks in, and I made the piano do the melody too. Okay, then I added a nice airy pad because I wanted to make more space. Pretty simple. I just copied the chords from the piano. And then I added the penis part. I had the main chop, but listening back, it really wasn't enough. So I really wanted to add like the penis part. I really wanted to add some penis to this beat. And so this is the chop that I made. Actually, when I recorded this in with my, I played it in on my keyboard, and I unfortunately had it locked to a fourth beat, so I wanted it to swing more, and I really wanted it to sound different, but I really was running out of time, and I was trying to add as many ideas as possible. So right after that, I'm like, okay, I actually have more space for another part of the sample, the for your vagina, and I really wanted to and I really wanted to add that in the transitions, and so I just put it in right here. And since it was in key, so it sounded nice, and he said it was pretty jarring, but I mean, it's kind of in time. This might be a little off, but it's generally just behind the beat and lands right on the beat on the downbeat. So I didn't think it sounded awful. I guess you just don't like vagina like that, you know. That's not my problem. And so yeah, in the second part of the beat, I just made some switch ups. On the drop, I cut out all of the instruments except the melody and added some crashes. And I actually, the bass slide that I have into the drop, I reversed into the crashes. So this is what it sounds like. And then for the next 4 bars, I added a ride that pans right and left. So yeah, overall it's a pretty simple beat. Like, there's a lot of percussion and like there's a lot of things that I added, but as long as you keep one thing in the center at all time, like I try not to have too much clash. So right, and like this 4 bars is just the penis, this is the melody, this is the penis again, this is the melody, this is the penis, and then the vaginas are just really what ties it together, because vaginas are just like the glue in this beat, and the penis is more like it's just like poking you. It's like poking you in the ears with the penis. And I thought that was really a nice touch. The contrast between the penis and vagina just really fits quite snug in the beat. And yeah, I think the chop in the background honestly does a lot of work for like just making the vibe happen, because if I didn't have the chop, it would just, I mean, it sounds good, but I feel like you can add one more thing, and I'm glad I started with this. So yeah, overall I used the sample in 1, 2, 3 different ways, and they're all throughout the beat. So I'm really glad that that lesson was stressed as the battle went on. More people that didn't use the sample. You got to use the sample more to win. And but yeah, thank you for watching. I'm super happy that I ended up winning this, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'm gonna start making more videos. I've been meaning to for a while, but I want to start doing some creative beat making stuff, so subscribe. Yeah, this is the whole beat. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Have a nice day.